Coming up on Famous.
Humor always attracts me, whether it be in a man or in a script, it's there.
Sandra Bullock rises from struggling actress to unlikely action star. Join us for her trip from girl next door to successful producer and Hollywood's favorite co-star.
And you are shooting what?
Anywhere Sandra goes, people fall in love with her. She's one of these people that walks in the room and you instantly light it, and she just lights up the room.
There's something so unpretentious about her which you can't fake, and it's off camera. I'm happy to have discovered, and on camera, she's just one of the most likable human beings.
She's fearless when it comes to doing physical comedy, and she's kind of like the modern-day Lucille Ball.
After 20 films, Sandra Bullock can now pick and choose her roles. Still, she hasn't forgotten what it was like to be a struggling actress.
I was able to get into the system, and I was not the likely candidate at all. I mean, I came in at a time when my looks, my attitude, my whatever it is that I am, was not quite the catch of the day. And I had to struggle against it, but it only made me, like, I love the challenge.
What else is he going to say, for crying out loud? You're putting him on national television.
Sandra started acting at age 8 while on stage with her mother, a German opera singer. Her father, shown here at the People's Choice Awards, was an American voice coach. She was born Sandra Annette Bullock on July 26, 1964. Her birthplace, a Virginia suburb of Washington, D.C. She learned how to speak German while living in Germany as a child, splitting time between that country and the United States. Growing up, she was a high school cheerleader who was voted most likely to brighten your day. One of her distinct features is that scar above her eye. She's had it since the age of 11 after tumbling into a creek. Those regular gal traits are what makes Sandra so popular, according to Zoriana Kitt, senior film reporter for The Hollywood Reporter.
What Sandy has is what most actors have that make them movie stars is the likability factor. Audiences love her. I mean, she truly is America's girl next door. America loves her.
But Sandra was not an overnight sensation. Her first movie was the action-adventure Hangman, which she made at the age of 23 after college. Then came a few television appearances and 2 other small films. The coming-of-age drama, Who Shot Patakango, and A Fool and His Money. Her role in this lasted just 8 minutes.
I now pronounce you...
Then in 1991, Bullock started to get noticed with a memorable performance as the nerd who breaks out of her shell in Love Potion No. 9. Sandra also found love on the set. She and co-star Tate Donovan began a 4-year relationship.
You never know when there's going to be chemistry. You know, you just never know. And sometimes a person can be gorgeous, have all the package, and just have, you know, the personality of a dish rag. And you don't know whether to blow your nose in it or, you know, try some dishes. That's about all you can do with this guy.
She had a few scenes in the independent crime drama, Me and the Mob. Then a slightly larger role as bitter Amanda in When the Party's Over. The next year, 1993, she caught a lucky break, replacing Lori Petty in the high-profile Sylvester Stallone, Wesley Snipes' sci-fi thriller, Demolition Man.
And being thrown into a situation with these sort of 2, you know, very, I don't want to say icon, but, you know, these people that are very, you know, in the forefront of you know, publicity these days, it's a little intimidating, but I like to not think about it while I'm doing it, and I only started thinking about it after I was looping and actually got to watch the screen, and then I sort of flipped out a little bit, but I did it in private where nobody could see it, so I was okay. I was wondering if you would like to have sex.
Demolition Man was the start of a busy year for Sandra. Next, she co-starred with 2 more movie icons, Richard Harris and Robert Duvall, in Wrestling Ernest Hemingway. She also played Kiefer Sutherland's kidnapped girlfriend in The Vanishing. In yet another 1993 release, The Thing Called Love, she co-starred with River Phoenix. She chose this role, an aspiring singer, because it gave her the chance to work with Peter Bogdanovich.
Peter's sort of ability to say, you know, this is how it's going to be, this is for the actors, we're here to create, we're here to improvise, if you have suggestions, if you want to try this, go. And he just let us go, and that's so rare.
Her next movie, Fire on the Amazon, was a direct-to-video release. The steamy love scenes made it one of Sandra's racier films, so she took extra precautions by putting duct tape on her breasts to be sure her body wasn't completely revealed. While Sandra was busy in the Amazon, she wasn't forgotten by Demolition Man producer Joel Silver. He suggested Bullock for the lead in Speed after Halle Berry turned it down. The part was Annie Porter, who drives a bus rigged to explode if it goes less than 50 miles per hour.
I didn't really drive it, but the bus was always moving. We had somebody either on top or, you know, hidden in the back. And so nothing was done on blue screen except for a couple of the subway shots. Everything was on the bus. So what you saw happening was what was happening to me, and I was seeing it for the first time. So most of the reaction shots that you were getting were completely honest, and, you know, all the curse words that came with it were not in the script.
Speed was a big hit, pulling in more than $120 million at the box office. Now, Sandra faced a new challenge: find a follow-up that would keep her on top.